Hey guys, this is Wednesday and welcome to my channel. So I'm back in Singapore and we're having a 2-day layover here. And I'll be visiting 2 places that I've never been to before. But before anything else, I have been on a break for the past 2 weeks because it has been a bit busy. For this short video, I would want to share with you my experience at Universal Studios and Singapore Zoo. Thank goodness because we got to the hotel before the rain started pouring. After reaching my room, I decided to take some rest before heading out for dinner. Remember my best friend Gail from the previous Singapore video? She's on vacation, so I had to go out alone. So I went to Lucky Plaza to find something to eat, and I stopped by this milk tea stall. I decided to try out this Indonesian restaurant because I've also been craving for Indonesian food. I tried their traditional grilled chicken with rice and the chicken soup with spices. After dinner, I went straight to the hotel and of course I had to drink another glass of milk tea. It's officially day 2 and after having breakfast, I went out with 2 of my colleagues and we went straight to Resorts World Sentosa. I was just so excited because I've never been to Universal Studios here in Singapore and it's definitely a first for me, which is why I was looking forward to the whole trip. If I'm not mistaken, it was a weekend, which is why the place was too crowded, but not as crowded as Universal Studios LA. We had to purchase the entrance tickets ourselves since there was a booth by the entrance. So our trip begins. I really love it when I visit theme parks simply because it makes me feel like a kid again. Back when I was a child, I really didn't have the chance to travel and to experience the things that I'm experiencing now, which is why I am utterly grateful for everything. Just a fun fact about me, I'm a huge fan of Shrek the movie, which is why when I saw this, I was just so excited to go inside.
It is! Yeah!
Godmother. I need a hero.
I need a hero.
And of course, it is a must for me to check out the merchandise items that they have inside. The inner child in me was literally screaming, and I was just so happy seeing all of these merchandise items and I wanted to buy all of them, but it was expensive, so I ended up buying, I think, 2 items. My sister, on the other hand, is a huge fan of Kung Fu Panda, which is why I took videos of these. So enough about Shrek, let's talk about Minions from Despicable Me. We did some rides in betweens, but of course I wasn't able to take some videos. I'm not really a fan of extreme rides, but this was by far the scariest ride that I've ever experienced in my entire life. Actually, my colleague just forced me to do it, and I'm happy that I was able to make it without throwing up. Honestly, I wasn't able to take as much videos because I was simply enjoying and savoring the moment. Oh, and before leaving, we watched this street performance from a Filipino crew. After that, we took a 30-minute ride to Singapore Zoo. I guess the timing of visit wasn't really desirable simply because it was raining from time to time, and most of the animals were taking shelter because of the rain. However, we were still lucky to see some of them in action, just as how these crocs are performing for us. One thing that I loved about this trip is that I was able to see different species of animals that were new to me because we didn't have these back home. Even though it was pouring rain and we were all getting wet, I still enjoyed this trip. I don't know. It's something new for me. I mean, we do have zoos back home, but
Emoji.
it's not as huge as this one. I just hope that it wasn't raining that much
Miss you, Ma.
so that I was able to see more of the animals. Again, because of the weather, I wasn't able to record or take as much videos as I could simply because I was holding an umbrella in one hand and my phone in another. We also did a lot of walking actually, and sad to say we weren't able to finish the whole trip. So after the zoo trip, we went to Orchard Road and had Indonesian food for our early dinner. And that concludes our day. It's the last day in Singapore. I had my breakfast, and after preparing, we left the hotel because we're flying back to Jeddah. The weather was actually nice, and I wish we had more time to spend in Singapore. If you don't have a private vehicle, you can easily take the metro. It's cheaper. However, it will take some time for you to get there. Or, for more convenience, you can book a ride either through Uber or Grab. There are actually a lot of things to do in Singapore, but a day is not enough for you to experience all of it. For more vlog ventures and life updates, tune in to Wednesday Vlogs.